Am I disappearing? Yes. I'm wearing a green hoodie. Okay, I don't want to hear it. Oh, Arsh, how's it going, man? Damn. Okay. Okay. Zach, how's it going, man? How you doing? Glad to have you, buddy. Fucking cringe shit, dude. Ugh, kill me. This Meg the Stallion and Clay Thompson. What the fuck are you talking about? Meg the Stallion, Clay Thompson. What the fuck is happening? Quits Moulin Rouge after Clay. Oh, they just split up? Oh, okay. Flack? Oh, AP, how's it going, man? Maybe. No, it can't be a L, so you're stupid. I'm stupid for listening to you. But whatever. One what would this be? I said never mind. When did you say never mind? You said oh no. That's hardly the same thing. Fucking liar. Écoute mon cœur. Okay, let's brainstorm. Fuck, I just started cooking. Good. That's fine, Conley. No worries. Some of the reactions to them splitting up are hilarious. Oh. He clearly said, oh, never mind. No, he said, oh no, idiot. Got busy making music for the ARG. It's okay. It's okay, Conley. Don't worry, buddy. One chance at a dream, baby. One chance at a dream. Let's go! Oh. Don't ever fucking doubt me, idiot. Harsh, get fucked. You in particular. Got some burgers cooking. Nice. I'm gonna have to figure out the dinner situation after I finish stream. I don't know. Call, dial. Bid, appeal, request, check, fuck, stamp, fucking no, bid, appeal, request, call, thank God, okay. Maybe. Sort, screen, match, check. It's okay. It's not your fault. Okay. You fold, stamp. Okay. What do you do to like mail? I don't know. Oh, that's why it's getting hot as piss in my room. My fucking fan turned off. What the fuck? Hold on. Alright. I'm back. Let's go. Check, fold, my poker. Oh, I match, I fold, I check, and I... Okay, Wash? Am I crazy? Fuck, no, it's not even... No. No. How the fuck did I forget matching? Yeah, don't worry about it. It wasn't gonna be fucking useful anyway, what does it matter? Lexicon. Well, good. Acquire, get. Get, good. Pussy. No, I'm sorry. Get, have, that's recorded, right? That's on stream? Hold on. Oh my god. That might be the most miraculous fucking lexicon in the history of this fucking game. School. The shortest path from will to acquire is 5. There are 5 words on the board. It is impossible to get it faster than I did. Holy shit. What? Mom, get the camera. What the fuck? For those who don't get the reference, let me pull up the old Modern Warfare 2 clip.
Oh my god! Oh! Oh my fucking god! Oh! Oh! Get this fucking... Oh! No! Get the camera! Mommy! Oh my god!
Wow, I was not gonna do chess. No, I was not gonna do chess today because I was like, well, you know, I'm gonna spend a lot of time on fucking lexicon. Fucking never mind, bro. Here. Ah, that was bad. Silly. That's okay. Whatever. Oh, that lexicon has got me so hyped. Anytime hard, wait, I know it's not possible to clip anymore, but is it possible to get that clip? Because if so, I want to have it on deck for the next time Harsh says Unk is washed. I just pull that up every single time. There's no fucking ifs, ands, or buts. I can't go here because it's pinned to the king, if anyone's curious. I just want to have that on standby for Harsh. It's my fucking... Are you not recording on OBS? No, I am, but what am I going to pull up the whole fucking thing? Oh, no, I don't record it as video because I don't post them as videos, right? So I don't fucking record them because, like, yeah, fucking why bother? This is the daily puzzle. Okay, so this one's gonna be a little more complex for sure. Still wash. Remember that when the bot beat you in chess? Bro! The bots are perfect at chess, or a lot more perfect than any human. Fucking, yeah, of course they beat me. What am I, fucking Jesus? God. What the fuck? Oh, nice. This can't take because it's pinned to the... clever, clever. Oh, nice. How many chapters? It's in the title, you dumb bitch. Can you not read? Are you that washed? Are your eyes that weak? Feeble child. I got a chance to mock him, boys. I'm taking it. Fuck him. Never mind the fact that I missed a 180 rated puzzle. I don't want to talk about it. I don't care. I got his ass, boys. I'm taking the win. I'm taking the win, boys. I cannot survive. I got his ass, boys. It's over. No one will remember you, Harsh, except for that moment I got your ass. It's over. That's your lot now. Oh no, stick with the bishop, you idiot. Sorry, I was freaked out there for a second. All good, we're fine. Here, here, here. No, that's stupid. Here, here, here. It's fine. You know what? I'm at now a relatively good level, a good number in puzzles. Even if I lose, I don't really give a shit. I go here. He takes. I take. But then, how does that help me? That don't make no sense. Oh no, here, idiot. What am I doing? It's so stupid. Here? Here, here? Idiot. Okay. Can't take good. Oh, I can because this is pinned. Ah, nice, clever. No, I go here. Or, sorry, here. He's forced to go here. Then I take it, it's mate. Oh, missed a middle step. Damn. 23, I'll take it. Jordan's number? It's an homage. It's okay. My source is that I fucking made it up, bro. Alright, let's start, ladies and gentlemen. My music setter is not yet ready, unfortunately, so we must make do without him. We will trudge forth to the unknown territory, to the forsaken land of the gods. The one in the light and the one in the dark. Lumien's immediate priority upon reaching Port Santa was to delve into the events of the previous sea ritual, particularly focusing on the individuals involved in the incident. Turn on the music a bit. Oh, you are right. It did seem a little loud to me too. Thank you. This investigation would be crucial in uncovering the true identities of the key April Fool's members. However, this phase of the pursuit carried inherent risks of deception and traps. Understanding the intricacies of last year's prank was paramount before engaging the minor arcana Knight of Swords in any assistance. The sealed knowledge surrounding the events in Port Santa made it apparent that unless this Knight of Swords happened to be present, he wouldn't yield much help. Initially, Lumien aimed to gather information about the sea prayer ritual in the previous year's incident, but much details seemed exclusive to this location. Peripheral members of April Fools involved in minor roles offered limited perspectives. With a flick of his wrist, Lumien transformed Madam Magician's reply into a blazing fireball. Exiting the master bedroom, he addressed Lugano. Let's get ourselves some local identities. You've already used Louis Barry to check in the motel, Lugano reminded. Does this mean it's time to depart? Wouldn't that be a waste of an entire week's rent? Lugano's heart ached at the thought of the 10.5 gold riso. Spending money wasn't the issue, just don't waste it. As a bounty hunter who had lived a tough life for many years, he was quite sensitive to money. Any issues? Lumien inquired. In the October warmth of Port Santa, Lumien sported a straightforward ensemble, light linen shirt, brown pants, and a golden straw hat. For a moment, Lugano didn't know if he should voice his primary concern, the matter of money. But he decided to broach the subject. Boss, I've grabbed a few newspapers from the streets. Seems there was a rumor in Port Farim that you took down the demon warlock. Upon reading this, Lugano rubbed his eyes several times, wondering if he had read it wrong. When had his boss eradicated Berman? Why didn't I know? Only the memory of the seemingly bombarded master bedroom struck skepticism. It was me, Lumien replied. You bagged a bounty of 600,000 and then some? No wonder you've been throwing money around. I donated it all, Lumien said. What? Why? Lumien glanced at him. We need to change our location. Louis Barry's fame in the Fog Sea makes him an easy target. With that, Lumien conveyed an unspoken message. Who's in charge, you or me? Do I need your approval? Who said we're relocating? Lumien posed. Not relocating? Lumien smiled at the cryptic message. Why else do you think I didn't ask the clergyman from the Church of the Fool to conceal my identity? Louis Barry, the high-profile adventurer, served as a beacon, attracting the attention and revealing the landscape of potential threats. Lumien needed an inconspicuous local guise to operate discreetly. Lugano, grappling with the complexity of his employer's motives, confessed, I thought he just wanted to be as famous as Gehrman on the 5 Seas, but he sensed there was more beneath the surface. Who amongst us wouldn't wish to match Gehrman's fame in the seas? The desire for recognition satisfied his vanity, proving a plausible reason for not letting Theus, the Church of the Fool Bishop, conceal his identity. A superficial motive, one genuine enough to make people believe. Lugano felt as if he couldn't decipher his employer's true colors. I'm just a planter, a doctor, a seasoned bounty hunter. My intelligence can only be considered average. Lumien glanced at Ludwig and said, let's go. He nudged at the coat rack in a blind spot, hanging the straw hat, creating the illusion of an inconspicuous figure if one looked from the opposite building. Exiting the motel, Lumien strolled along the grayish-white stone street towards the lively bars, holding Ludwig's hand. What a piece of shit, he's taken a child to the bar? Passerbys tread softly, lowering their voices to maintain the tranquility of the scene. In a casual exchange with Francesco, the bartender of the basement bar, Lumien learned of the cultural phenomena in Phaenopod are shaped by the Earth Mother's faith. Matriarchal culture. Within each family, the most venerable grandmother, a prolific progenitor, commanded unparalleled respect, the unquestionable parent, wielding a certain degree of control over every member. Even outside the confines of the home, this reverence persisted, for these grandmothers represented the familial symbol. The combination of religious beliefs and societal norms secured a unique status for these elderly grandmothers. Observing this, Lumien found himself asking a question. In the Restone province, a married woman functioning as a de facto parent held the right to be addressed as Madame, and have her name prefixed with Na. Could this tradition be influenced from the Phaenopoder culture? Nomadic herdsmen and traders traversing these distances inevitably brought back tales of their experiences. Ancient practices from the Dairy Edge region and its surroundings, spanning over millennia, undoubtedly left a mark. Trier, third level of the catacombs. Jenna closed her eyes and extended her senses, but the black Crismona night pillar remained silent. Assessing the mirror substitution, she cautiously approached the enigmatic pillar and put her hand against it. The black pillar that supported the cave's ceiling, though cold and metallic, retained the texture of a rock. Yet Jenna's probing mind received nothing. It still doesn't work, she communicated. In her reflections, Jenna recalled the two instances and sought their commonality when she heard Crismona's voice. During her advancement and within a special realm, in the special mirror world in the Fourth Epoch. Both times, danger and intense emotions had been common denominators. The danger during my witch advancement was suppressed by the sacrificial square. Is the key intense emotions, Jenna thought? Including her mother's death, separation from her brother, and other poignant experiences of failure, she thought about. Despite the visible fluctuations in her emotions, the night pillar remained silent. There must be a special event to trigger it, Franca asked. Maybe. Why don't we try the fourth level? Lumion mentioned the shadow suspected to have formed after the death of the demoness Pathway's angel. That should be Crismona. That's right. Moreover, the shadow is controlled by the seal and doesn't have the ability to attack humans. Yes, the prerequisite is that we strictly adhere to the series of rules. After a brief conversation, the two of them circled around the night pillar, replaced candles, and proceeded to descend the ancient mottled stone steps. They're getting fucking crazy with it. I wouldn't trust myself to go down to level 4. They're getting jiggy with it, boys. It's over. Alright, goodbye. These two, Franca and Jenna. You will be missed. Under the watchful gaze of the realistic dark grey reliefs depicting human heads on both sides of the wall, they descended step by step. Breaking the silence, Franca spoke. This place is perfect for ghost stories. The atmosphere in here is amazing. Are you afraid? Jen asked. How? Franca replied. If you weren't, you'd tell ghost stories to scare me. Right now you're just sighing. It means you mainly want to rely on your voice to boost your courage. What a waste of your talents to not choose the spectator pathway, Franca thought. Simultaneously, a sense of oppression enveloped them. In the next moment, a yellowish candle flickered in their eyes. The candle didn't belong to them. It emerged from the distant fourth level of the catacombs. It's Amon again. It's fucking Amon. It's always Amon. Oh, by the way, I know I put this in the Discord too, but all of the last VODs now have chapter numbers. So if you were looking to watch a specific chapter, it's there now. Yet their circumstances didn't permit avoidance. They had to wield a glowing white candle, a feeble defense against the encroaching darkness. The candle's flames made them conspicuous. I'm gonna finish cooking in a few minutes and put a random song, you know? Okay, sounds good, Kami. Alright, give me 1 sec. Oh, this is so cute. Hope, you're the best, bro. Okay, so in the past, Kami was having trouble joining because this fucking idiot just didn't even choose a name for himself. So now, Hope went ahead and put this up. Simply name yourself. This is important, Kami, you idiot. Hope, I love you, buddy. Wait, what the fuck? Why'd you break? Idiot. No. For fuck's sake. It's fine. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, Hope, you are fucking amazing, dude. He also looped them by fucking default now. So Kami and I, we don't even have to loop them. They're automatically looped. Oh, fucking love you, dude. Dude, Hope, if you're watching this, fucking love you, dude. Oh my god, you're the fucking goat. Yet, their circumstances didn't permit avoidance. After a silent exchange of glances, Franca and Jenna chose to Franca and Jenna, what the fuck? And Jenna chose to take a certain circuitous? What the fuck is this word? The fuck is this word? What are we talking about? What the fuck is that? Maintaining a safe distance from the candlelight. In the oppressive stillness that seemed like time itself had halted, the two demonesses cautiously approached westward. As they approached a point parallel to the candle flame, Jenna turned her eye to peer down the corridor. Thanks to her exceptional night vision, she identified the person holding the candle. A man in a black robe, deep black eyes, light hues, intermingled with his hair, gentle profile, and pale white skin. Phenopotarian? Strikingly similar, yet subtly different. Why do I sense familiarity? When have I seen this person? Did he leave an impression in my memory? In the recesses of the body's original owner? Franca felt an inexplicable urge to approach. She took a deep breath and suppressed it. In the hushed darkness, approaching strangers recklessly could easily spark conflict. Franca had decided dedicated considerable time to delve into the circumstances surrounding the original body's demise and the circumstances of the original person. She sought to ensure there were no lingering issues that she would need to be wary of. The man in the black robe, having observed the two demonesses and noting their lack of intent to draw, continued on his path, eventually disappearing. He doesn't look like a college student, Jenna said. If the individual hadn't ventured into the fourth levels of the catacombs merely driven by curiosity, it hints at a clear motive. Is he on a commissioned search for antiques, paying respects to an ancestor? Or a beyonder delving into the mysticism and seal compositions of the catacombs like Jenna and I? Or perhaps he pursues the revelations from the three night pillars. On the fourth level of the catacombs, two more night pillars awaited, Mary Ann's and Louise's. The former, the Pope of the Evernight Goddess Church in the Fourth Epoch, and the latter, the Blessed of the Ancient Death. The Pope of the Evernight Church was a fucking demoness? No, Night Pillar doesn't necessarily mean demoness, right? There's no fucking way. Both met their demise during the War of the Four Emperors. Having shared her analysis with Jenna, Franca gestured her with her right hand, the one with a candle, and reassured, "Don't worry about him. It won't affect our search." "I don't want to bother. You were the one considering everything. I sense the impulse in your heart. Chris is the only one that I got that I was kidding. It's fine. Did you truly want to investigate that person?" Jenna, attuned to Franca's nuances, grasped her companion's thoughts, but chose to chuckle. The entrance was sealed by a dense cluster of pale white mushrooms tinged with black. All right, Jenna said. "I get it. It's not the time for exploration." "Damn it, I didn't fucking stop you. Maybe Crismona's shadow's in the mushroom cave." Jenna, feeling stifled since entering the fourth level of the catacombs, vented her discomfort. Franca was on the verge of responding when her attention was fixated on the target standing at the corner. Clad in a simple, unadorned white robe, the figure boasted smooth black hair, exquisite facial features, and a holy aura. Her beauty transcended the surrounding darkness, silence, and filth. Crismona. The name resonated in both of their minds. They had indeed stumbled upon the shadow of a high-sequence beyonder. Regaining their composure, Jenna locked eyes with the figure and spoke in ancient Hermes. "Hello?" The woman's beauty was otherworldly, her allure fully unleashed. A faint smile graced her lips. Entranced by that smile, Franca and Jenna found themselves lost, their mind fixated on a single thought: approach her. Like moths to a flame, fully aware of the dangers, yet fully compelled to draw near. 1, 2, 3 steps later, the two demonesses' eyes, filled with fascination, advanced towards the woman. As they walked, Jenna couldn't help but sigh. Why did she sigh when she has such a beautiful smile? Has she encountered something sorrowful? Jenna snapped out of her daze, realizing that the woman in the white robe might not be the same as Crismona, who sighed and protected them. At the very least, not the very same. Her vision cleared, revealing the beautiful figure's soft black hair. Each strand unusually thick, and the top had open, resembling a snake. The pitch-black snake's mouth faced Jenna and Franca, poised to attack. Jenna's heart skipped a beat. She grabbed Franca and whispered, "Something's wrong." Franca was taken aback, struggling for a few seconds before breaking free from her enchantment. Stopping, they watched as the holy figure stared blankly for a moment before bifurcating into a fork and vanishing. Why isn't there a rule in the catacombs that prohibits communication with those who can't hold candles? Franca glanced at her. You managed to break free before I did. Franca recounted the thoughts that crossed her mind, but I also heard Crismona sigh and the words in the fourth epoch. Am I more easily enamored by beauty? Franca thought. Dude, maybe that's why the demoness hates female demonesses, because they're like, no, we can't affect them as much, you know? They're like, at the end of the day, they're still women. They're like, listen, pretty, but like, shit happens. And a demoness who was originally a guy is, even though you're a demoness, you're still at heart a guy. You're like, got his ass. It's over. They're dying. At this point, a sudden puzzlement came over them. Actually, I've always found it strange that the Night Pillars stood in the catacombs. As for the two other Night Pillars, one belongs to the Church of the Evernight's former Pope, Mariana, and the other is the Ancient Death's Blessed. The latter is the Death Console, very compatible with the catacombs. The former is on the neighboring pathway to death. Quite related to death. Home. Crismona is a demoness, clearly different. Well, for higher sequence demonesses, it shouldn't matter? In what sense? What do you mean? Like, I mean, who you are internally doesn't ever change, right? Like, yeah, you're externally, not extrinsically, is that a fucking word? Am I making that up? I'm fucking making this up. I might be making this up. You still remain a guy and a girl, right? Artificially, yeah, no. Extrinsically is not a word. I'm just making it up. Never mind. It should be, though. In an X or like, whatever, it's fine. Well, shouldn't their high level negate any resistance gender should have? No, I mean, one can still have a higher degree of resistance, right? Like a high sequencer of, that's like saying like a high sequencer of the hunter pathway will be able to burn a mid sequencer of other pathways a lot easier than they can burn one of the hunter pathway. Well, yeah, because the hunter pathway has a certain resistance to fire, right? In the same way that if you're a woman who's a demoness, you normally, unless you swing that way, don't have... I see myself alone in the room, you said? What the fuck? What are you talking about? Yeah, you're not in the room with me. What the fuck? Hold on. No, wait, no, hold on. But unless you swing that way, you just wouldn't have that same proclivity to be entranced, right? If that makes any sense. Whereas if you're a girl, if you're a guy who's now a demoness, you're like, holy shit, that's a beautiful woman. The fuck? Oh, by the way, Kami, I joined now. By the way, do you see the note on the right side? You don't need to loop them anymore. Hope has set it up so that it should automatically be looped. Which is so fucking cool, dude. Ugh. God bless that guy. I can understand why there was a... Nope, I already read this. I can understand why there's a night pillar representing Crismona in the 4th Epoch Trier, because there's a special mirror world there, containing the primordial demoness's divine power left behind during the War of the Four Emperors. But why was the Crismona night pillar included in the catacombs construction? Back then, the angel who followed the Blood Emperor perished. Why did it have to be her? Jenna shook her head and redirected her gaze to the spot where the holy figure vanished. She attempted to walk a distance in that direction and realized the spot where the woman had stood was an ancient tomb. And unlike the other tombs, this one was open. After departing from Aquina Street home to the motel, Lumion found an empty alley and casually tossed the lie earring to Lugano. Find someone skilled in crafting fake identities. Change your appearance and don't use your current look. I'll be waiting for you there. He pointed at a cafe diagonally opposite. Yes, boss, Lugano said. Despite being unfamiliar with the city, he had numerous acquaintances here, and he was fluent in Highlander. As Lumion observed the translator complete his disguise, returning Lai and heading down to Rue de Bar, he led Ludwig into the cafe. The sun bore down, rendering the passerby somewhat languid. Unfazed, Lumion, with his limited knowledge of Highlander, words and gestures, successfully offered 2 cups of Tor's coffee with milk, a Santa yolk pastry with cream fashioned into a tower, roasted suckling pig, and duck stewed in pear juice. Ludwig was quite pleased. Sipping his coffee, Lumion stared at the cafe, surveyed the cafe, and noticed that there was only 6 or 7 tables occupied, mainly by couples in their 20s on dates, and one middle-aged couple. With Lumion's advanced hearing, it wasn't challenging for him to catch snippets of the conversation, even though he didn't understand most of it. Only a few words stood out. Ocean, prey, going aboard, island. Discussing the sea prayer ritual, Lumion mused. On the street, 2 young men with long swords on their backs engaged in a heated argument for some reason, drawing their swords on the spot, poised for a duel. I swear, I'm gonna be better now, okay? I'm gonna have, like I used to, I'm gonna have the chapter numbers in the titles from the start of stream. If we need to adjust them, we can adjust them, but I'll have them on from the start, okay? I swear. I will be better. I'm just a lazy bitch. I just need to set up my routines and then I can follow them. But if I don't set them up to start with, fuck shit. Happens. Don't ask, okay? Even through the glass window, Lumion heard the clash of the swords. He couldn't help but raise his eyebrows. They're fighting? Though duels were popular in Trier, it was rare for them to wield weapons without formalities. Normally, they'd go through the entire process, determining the duel, cold weapons or revolvers, sign a contract, find a witness, and then borrow weapons from the cafe's front desk or the bar counter. Only these duels were legal, avoiding police intervention. How is that fucking possible? You're telling me the police see 2 people fighting and they're not just going to stop them, or they're going to stop them and be like, stop, hand over the paperwork. All seems in order. Continue. There's no fucking way. They would always stop you. How would they possibly know that you had this fucking shit on first? That you had this fucking shit written down? No chance. Is it genuine bum for trying to send his angel down? What was bro's plan after he got into it? Gangbang. Okay, I can't read the entirety of the message. Because you're gonna get me fucking demonetized. But I agree, okay? I agree with you. But wielding a longsword in the slightest disarrangement was either a prelude to riot or a mob vendetta. Such weapons rarely surfaced in real fights. Port Santa, or rather, the Fainapotter Kingdom's security is so poor, Lumion thought. From the Flying Bird to the motel, he noticed the locals' penchant for carrying blades and swords, reminiscent of classic novels. In a maritime colony like Port Farim, openly carrying such weapons was unheard of. Even a dagger had to be hidden. For him, though, this was a welcome advantage. Fascinated, Lumion observed the desperate struggle between the 2 lads through the window occasionally commenting their combat techniques. Has everyone? I have not, Adam. I will watch it after stream. I have not yet seen it. I've been putting it off so I can watch it on stream. Suddenly, a group of people jogged over from the street. All women. They wore black cloth hats with white patterns, black lining and brown leather armor. Dark cloaks adorned with 2 crossed swords, 2 brass revolvers strapped to their waist. The woman leading the group seemed to be in her late 20s. Quite beautiful. Standing at 1.7 meters tall, she drew a sword from her back and called out to the men. Lumin understood only the word, stop. The 2 lads truly ceased, standing side by side and accepting the reprimand from the group of women. After a few minutes, they left separately with their swords, not being apprehended. The language barrier proved quite troublesome. Lumin wasn't in a hurry to inquire if he had found a black market merchant who could craft fake identities and asked, "Is it legal to possess weapons in Port Santa?" Lugano dropped his voice. Yes, it is a local custom. The Phoenix Kingdom respects this tradition. Besides, it's a good thing for them to have more people die in the Gaia province. Why? Lugano covered his face with his hand, as if being afraid of being followed. Observing this, Lumin tossed him the lie earring. Women, okay, bro, you spend your whole fucking day, from what I know, in the kitchen, okay? You're the wrong person to be saying this shit, Kami. Anytime I see you, I'm in the kitchen. I'll be right out, sweetie. Get the fuck out of here. Lugano hurried to the washroom and reverted to his appearance. Only then did he relax and explain. Have you ever heard of the Battle of the Violated Oath? Lumin, shaped by Aurora's rigorous education, replied, the Battle of the Violated Oath began in the 5th epoch in 1738, the one where Lemberg, Mason, Seagar, and the other small colonial southern central countries were separated from the north of Phoenix Kingdom, and the Church of the God of Knowledge and Wisdom broke off from the Church of the Earth Mother. Yes. Lugano had only a rough idea, and the other party had actually revealed the exact year and outcome. After a few seconds, Lugano lowered his voice. During that battle, the entire Gaia province, especially those near the Dariedge mountain region, attempted to gain independence too, but failed because you guys are fucking losers. Later, in order to guard themselves against the natives, despite high-quality iron and coal mines just south of the Dariedge Mountains, the kingdom only set up smelting factories and no gun factories. There wasn't a single native in the troops stationed here, all assigned to other places. Was there once a widespread belief in the God of Knowledge and Wisdom here? Lumion asked. I don't know. Lugano shook his head. You should already know that the ancient Gaia province mainly comprised of 4 types of people: farmers, fishermen, mountain dwellers, and the herdsmen you're familiar with. The latter 3 are fierce, wielding swords effortlessly. Lumin nodded. That was indeed the case. Whether fisherman, mountain dweller, or herdsman, they all lived in relative poverty. They battled nature's cruelty and faced various dangers. They even had to be wary of those amongst them with ill intentions. Swords were necessities, not ornaments. Mountain dwellers sounds like a... Bro, genuinely? Oh, you're a filthy mountain dweller, are ya? We don't enjoy your kind in these parts. Goddamn, alright. Lugano's expression shifted to one of leisure and fascination. He teased. Wait, what the fuck? I feel like I just skipped a whole bunch. Hold on. One of the Earth Mother's 3 combat orders is stationed permanently in the Gaia province. They guard us against the north and the Lemberg in the northeast. Encountering combat nuns in the Gaia province and Port Santa isn't common. Their demeanor differs from other women. They're nuns, Lumin teased Lugano. Why the western accent? I think you mean southern accent, boy. That might have been, I don't know, maybe it's a shit accent, I don't fucking know. Lugano smiled enigmatically and remarked, the nuns of the Earth Mother don't take vows of chastity. Instead, they pledge to have as many children as possible. If they are interested in you, they'll be quite proactive. Sometimes they may even be a bit pushy. The young folk here love showcasing their bravery in front of them, hoping that courage may catch their eye. That sounds interesting, but does align with the Earth Mother's teachings. Upon reflection, this was all rather intriguing. Chris, you gotta lose an arm. They'll think you're so cool if you're missing an arm. You can be like, damn, I fought off 7 mountain dwellers, I tell ya. God damn. But the 8th, He got me. At that moment, Lumion suddenly understood Aurora's words. If I were to return to university without life's pressures, I'd study history. Lumion exhaled and turned to Lugano. Any progress? Lugano, still lost in thought about the combat nuns, was caught off guard and snapped out of his reverie. You Intesians, Lumion clicked his tongue. Only then did Lugano grasp the question. I've made some. I found a well-connected black market merchant who can help. Would you like to meet them? He's also a descendant of Dariège. Lumion finished his coffee and stood up. Trier, 4th level of the catacombs. Jenna and Franca each gripped a burning candle, their eyes fixed on the ancient tomb that lay open, hesitant to advance. No one knew what lay inside, and the fear of something terrifying lingered in the air. In the outer world, the two demonesses could employ divination to discern the situation, but in the catacombs, establishing a connection with the spirit world is nearly impossible. After all, Lumion couldn't even enter spirit world traversal, but he could teleport within its confines. After a brief pause, Franca paused her mirror substitution to Jenna and stepped forward with solemn determination. As they drew nearer, a dim candlelight revealed a heap of pale white bones. Franca raised the candle, casting its light into the depths of the tomb. Skeletons lay scattered in disarray, occupying every inch of the ground. Franca hesitated for a moment before saying, "Doesn't seem dangerous?" Only then did Jenna approach. "Nothing of value," Franca said. Gems and other items were absent amongst the burial articles, likely lost during the construction of the catacombs and the opening of the tombs. What about the area where the bones are pressing down, Jenna thought. Let me take a look. Franca moved closer, allowing invisible spider silk to spread through and intertwine with the pale white bones. Suddenly, an irregular mirror fragment, seemingly coated in black paint, materialized. Both of their eyes narrowed, a striking resemblance to the mirror fragment they had obtained in Trier, or in the 4th Epoch Trier. Did a special magic mirror person die here? Franca mused. Did Crismona's shadow appear here to tell us? Why did the special mirror person die here? Who owns this tomb? Or which family does it belong to? Franca stared before saying, that might be our next investigation. Finding no anomalies, the duo stored away the mirror fragment, utilizing the formless spider silk and the demoness of pleasure. Well, we'll unravel it when we get back. Let's go acquire an antique tear catcher for the employer right now. Seen Roselle go here. He might have. Lumion and Lugano, their appearances altered and attire changed, met the black market merchant claiming lineage to Dariège. Seated at the head of the table, he sported a white shirt and black vest. He did embody the heritage of the Dariège region with slightly sunken eye sockets, curly black hair, and piercing blue eyes. Good afternoon, Mr. Valerio, Lugano greeted in Highlander. Valerio, casting a glance at his bodyguards, responded with a smile. It's been a long time since I've returned home. It's a pleasure to see you, flavored with a distinct Dariège accent. Indeed, Mr. Valerio, Lumion replied, his voice also tinged in the Dariège accent. Do you come from Larnaca? Yes, I just finished attending the trade fair there, Lumion replied. Having learned about Larnaca from the shepherds in Cordoue, Lumion was well aware of the monthly trade fair that transformed the suburbs into a bustling marketplace. Valerio then delved into the topic of migration and Dariège folklore. Lumion, well versed in the subject, provided insightful answers. In the midst of the conversation, he felt a bit disoriented, recollecting his sister's occasional threats in his mind. If you don't study hard, I'll send you to be a goddamn shepherd. Now, the irony had it that he himself was found playing that role. After some time, Valerio nodded. You're quite wise. Grazing in the suburbs doesn't require identification, but settling in the city does. I'll get you 2 sets ASAP. In the future, if you have any problems, come to me. I might not be of much help, but having just one more person to give you ideas can be. We're all from Dairy Edge, so we have to have each other's backs. Lumion wasn't surprised by the merchant's enthusiasm. Uniting the people of one's homeland would create an exploitable force that couldn't be ignored. It was reminiscent of the Savoy mob. Bro, I'm starting to see it. Lumion is going to create the Church of the Hunter. The Church of the Fire. The Church of the Flame. I don't know, something, okay? When he becomes the great old one of his pathway. And his believers are all going to be shepherds. Fucking farm people. You know, like, Klein's got all the people at sea and he's got all the people at the land. It's genius. Hear me out. Church of War. No. The last God of War we had did not do well by Jimmo. We're not trying to replicate him, okay? The God of Combat kind of got his ass beat the first time there was combat, okay? We're not trying to emulate that loser. It was reminiscent of the Savoy mob. In the beginning, the pioneers, mostly Savoyards working as laborers, paved the way for the big bosses of the Savoy Chambers of Commerce, expanding operations, safeguarding assets, and contributing. Lumion applied the acting method learned from Jenna and Anthony's guidance to commend Valerio's noble character. If you want to survive here, it's best to convert to the Earth Mother ASAP. Find a good lady to marry and have a few kids. Only then will you avoid troubles. Lumion criticized bitterly, without copper coins there won't be any good girls. This Dairy Edge proverb echoed in the room. This is Faina Potter, not Dairy Edge. The good ladies here value robust bodies and bravery. The money can wait. Why? Men like that are more suited for reproduction, and they possess the ability to impregnate good ladies. This place is different. The essence of many things lies in fertility. Only by understanding this can you truly become Faina Potterian. No wonder Faina Potter teams with people in the northern continent. Without a knack for land improvement and cultivation, sustaining such a population is fucking impossible. Mr. Valerio, I heard there's a sea prayer ritual next month. Any chance to make some money? Yes. Port Santa always stays relatively warm in November. When my grandfather first came here, he rented a wooden box to store popsicles, gathered a pile of ice from the factory and covered them up, then waded into the crowd selling popsicles and ice cubes, earning his first bucket of gold. You can still do it, but the competition is a lot fiercer. You would need to rent a bicycle and a larger thermal box to hit many ritual venues. Many venues? A grand event for all of Port Santa. Different processes happen in various places. The dance of the seaport is at the port. A parade of flower boats across the city, a seaboat race, the vigil ritual, and the core sea sacrifice. Sacrifice? I don't know the specifics either. All I know is that the governor of the sea and maidens of the sea board and maidens of the sea board a special ship, heading to a certain area beyond the port with sacrifices from fishermen and sea merchants, and perform a unique ritual. It is detailed only to those who have been there. The governor of the sea and the maidens of the sea? The crucial part of the sea prayer ritual is selecting a man as the governor and 4 girls as the maidens. They lead a parade through the city on a flower boat before boarding a special fishing boat, sailing during this dance of the sea, and they signal for the start of the race. Later, they circle the port, entering the oldest known fishing village, Milo, for the night. At 7 a.m. the next morning, they reboard the boat and head to the sea sacrificial ground. The chosen governor of the sea and the maidens, a sea prayer ritual with multiple segments, Lumion thought, and suddenly his heart skipped a beat. Very similar to the Lent celebration in the Dairy Edge Mountains. Upon second thought, Lumion felt that it was eerily similar, but it didn't explain the issue. This was a common process in mysticism, the creation of specific symbols to represent the sacrificial target. How are the governor and the maidens chosen? Lumion asked. They're chosen by a committee of the Fisheries Guild, the oldest guild in Port Santa. They keep the specifics a secret. Even the official members don't really know. With that, the merchant grinned. I also aim to become the governor. They say it has many perks, but no one knows what exactly. How have the previous governors fared? Lumion asked. I don't know. Each governor serves only one time. Once they step down, they seem to be relocated. Anyway, they don't stick around to avoid clashes with the new governor. They're surely offered hefty compensation and allowed to bring their families. Relocated? Fucking where? Regarding the governor of the sea. Okay, so I'm seeing it. It seems to be some kind of fucked up ritual again. And those governors and the maidens just all... they get relocated to the other world. What about the maidens? They're a hit amongst the sea merchants. Fishing company shareholders and fishermen and sailors. Everyone wants to wed a maiden of the sea. A symbol of the sea's blessing. You'll find many influential grandmothers who were once maidens of the sea. Oh? Never mind. Knowing when to stop, he refrained from asking any more questions, deposited 50 gold resto, and exited Valario's illegal casino. Ludwig didn't come with them. Instead, he was stationed in a nearby family restaurant equipped with a children's entertainment facility. In Fena Potter, numerous industries supported parents in raising children and alleviating stress. In Tess and other countries lack such facilities. Trier, Catacombs, Franca and Jenna ascended to the third level. Feeling a little less stifled, Franca turned her head. What's the name of the tomb we're after? The Thorn and Shieldwell tomb. If someone says, don't you remember that name, I'm gonna fucking strangle you. No, I fucking don't, okay? I don't remember shit. I don't remember diddly squat, motherfucker. Okay, you asked me the main character's name from the first one? I don't know, Kevin or some shit? Who the fuck even knows? Okay, fucking, I'm old and cooked, okay? Aren't you tired of this? Can we do something else? She cursed, turning her head to inspect the road sign ahead of them. It indicated they had finally reached their destination. Each level of the catacomb sprawled vast, evident by the multitude of remains it accompanied. The road signs at each node could only display 7 or 8 iconic names and nearby tombs. Unlike the 4th level, mostly sealed off and devoid of corpses and bones along the way, this place was strewn with bones everywhere. Jenna glanced at a pile of bones outside and observed a few thin metal plates inlaid with the tomb walls. Their surfaces blurry, showcasing signs of severe corrosion, and only the Shieldwell and Thorn symbol could be vaguely discerned. No wonder it's called the Shieldwell and Thorn's tomb, Franca sighed. Simultaneously, illuminated by the dim yellow candlelight, she noticed companion items arranged in a groove on the tomb's inner walls. Some made of wood, weathered and decayed, while others were made of glass and porcelain. The only intact item was a glass bottle, its surface inlaid with carved patterns resembling gold and adorned with unique golden lids. Do you recall a family related to that emblem? Thorns? A family related to thorns? No. It's exquisite. It's almost like art, Franca commented. Why haven't the catacomb workers taken it away? It seemed quite valuable. Perhaps it was placed in the tomb after the catacombs were done, Jenna thought. The 2 demonesses didn't linger longer. Jenna retrieved one of the mirror substitutions and handed it to Franca. With a swift leap, Franca vaulted over the seemingly silent but dangerous skeletons, gracefully landing at the entrance of the tomb. After confirming her surroundings and receiving no warnings from her spirituality, Jenna cautiously approached. Instinctively, she reached out her right hand but withdrew it. An old handkerchief from her pocket was produced, shielding her palm. The tears in the tear catcher had long dried up. Jenna scrutinized the tear catcher before stowing it away. You completed the commission so easily, she whispered. It was a stark contrast to the disappearance of the Deep Valley Cloister gatekeeper. What kind of difficulty do you expect for a 1,000-world door? Franca scoffed. As Lumen reverted to Louis Barry, strode into the front hall, his gaze fell upon the vibrant scene. A young, brown-haired woman clad in a red dress adorned with black patterns swayed gracefully. Lumen's thoughts raced as he approached the front desk. What's she doing? He asked. The boss explained. She's my granddaughter, Isabella, practicing the dance of the sea for her performance next month. For the sea prayer ritual? Lumen asked. That would make many girls jealous. This isn't like becoming a maiden of the sea. Not many will be jealous, but participating in the dance performance can indeed make her proud and happy. Lewin signaled for Lugano to guide Ludwig back to their room, and I asked, "Did you come from Dariège?" "That's right. I am a Guillaume." Kill him, kill him, kill them all. Otta Guillaume. "When I saw your ID this morning, I thought about greeting you in Intesian, but gave up. You know, Intesians aren't the best. Even amongst my fellow villagers, I've come across quite a few questionable ones." "How long have you been in Port Santa?" Lumin asked. 40 years, I reckon. Probably 40-something. Back then, I was an assistant in a cavern. I met my wife here and decided to stay. Now, she's a nagging old lady, always fussing. She manages everything so well, I reckon I don't really need to worry. How fucking good is that, brother? It's rather rare to encounter such a woman in Dariège. Lumin encountered Otto's ramblings for a while before cutting to the chase. "I've been invited by a friend to Port Santa to witness the sea prayer ritual." "Ah, it's quite lively. The entire port should be in euphoria, I reckon." The accent is changing fucking everywhere. I'm well aware, okay? No one needs to say it. I'm just playing this off the cuff, okay? I'm not good at fucking accents, sue me. Lumin cast a glance at Isabella. "I heard there was an accident at last year's ritual." "No. I watched the boat parade, the boat race, and the dance of the sea. I didn't see no accidents." Okay, this is a long fucking paragraph. I thought his role was going to be a lot shorter. I'm not doing all of this in a southern accent. You're out of your fucking mind. I thought it was going to be like 2 sentences in his fucking role. This motherfucker has a whole chapter to himself. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. However, Sandra did mention that one of the number of shipwrecks had significantly increased this year. We've encountered more pirates and our fishing gains haven't been as good as last year. Was there really an accident at last year's sea prayer ritual, or was the vigil ritual, or the sea sacrifice? Commit to it. Bro, it's so long! Did the old foggies at the Fisheries Guild conceal the problem? Who's Sandro? Lumion asked. It's my child, Isabella's father. He works as a clerk in the government, and his wife is a teacher at the school. The boy's got no ambition. He's going fucking nowhere in life. I made up some of that. You can figure out which part, okay? I don't know. The bit takes over, okay? This is why I don't like to commit too much to a bit. The bit starts, the character starts getting a life of his own. I can't help it. Don't say projecting. Don't say projecting, you fuck. Is Port Santa's sea prayer ritual genuine? Has its protective power diminished after the April Fool's prank? Lumin's mind flashed. The elderly's mix of shock, terror, and anger upon receiving the news was a source of long-lasting delight for the April Fool's participants. After seeking more details about the sea prayer ritual, Lumion bid farewell to old Otto and descended upstairs. At 4 p.m., after donning a hooded black robe and transforming her face into a dramatic persona of a showy diva, Jenna followed the feedback from her contact and reached the streets for specialized in funeral items. Most Trierans passed by appeared ordinary, but a handful sported white masks, brandished blunt scythes, and adorned themselves in robes. Thanks to their presence and the unique atmosphere in Trier, Jenna, dressed as a warlock, blended in seamlessly. Before long, she retrieved the exquisite tear catcher, and before long, someone resembling her approached and said, "How much for the tear catcher?" 1,000 Vraldor, Lumin responded. This marked her first executed commission. 1,001, the man countered. Upon this secret signal matching, Jenna insisted on charging only 1,000. After the confirmation was mutual, she handed over the item, received the reward, and departed. With the tear catcher in hand, the man navigated the nearby streets, taking 15 minutes to circle back and approached a street bench. A man sat there. The hooded figure presented the exquisite tear catcher and whispered, "I've completed your commission. How will it offset the money I owe you?" Okay, dude, genuinely, can I just fucking say, I know I've already said it, but Hope is so fucking goated for this. Because I genuinely have no reason to expect anything anymore. Because normally, Kami would be like, hey, music change at the end of this chapter. So, like, I'm already thinking, like, okay, what kind of music? Like, is there going to be a fight? What's going to happen? Like, I'm already... I had no fucking idea anything was going to happen. This is so fucking cool. Holy shit. A man sat there, engrossed in a newspaper. The hooded figure presented the exquisite tear catcher. I've completed your commission. How will it offset the money I owe you? The person on the bench lowered the newspaper, looked up, revealing a clerk with curly black hair, sunken eyes, and thick lips. A monocle adorning his right eye. Monsieur Monet? Monet accepted the tear catcher, gently tracing the golden patterns with a slow smile on his lips. Okay. I said Amon was going to be in the catacombs. He was just up here, but my Amon radar is like so fucking good. I'll say it, okay? My Amon detector is so good. The motel. Lumen spent the entire afternoon within the confines of his room at the motel, lounging on a recliner. He swayed gently, engrossed in his ongoing study of Highlander. Now and then he leafed through the travel books detailing the customs of the kingdom. As evening approached, Lugano, who had ventured downstairs, returned to Lumine's room. Boss, there's a madame looking for you. Madame? What the fuck? Which madame could this be? After a brief pause, Lumine realized that Lugano was referring to an ordinary madame, not the madame of the Beyonder world. Which madame? What brings her here? She didn't say. She just mentioned having something to entrust to a renowned adventurer, Louis Barry. Lugano emphasized the term renowned adventurer. No, nothing started on my side, bro. Oh, interesting. Okay. For it to start, I need to click on the thing. It doesn't just auto start. Okay, interesting. Yeah, okay, never mind. He did mention this anyway. The video doesn't autoplay, so I have to click on it. Okay. I don't even have to click on it. I just have to go to the tab and then it starts. Okay, it's fine. I just got to keep that in mind. That's okay. Whenever the music stops, I'll just change. I'll just pop over to the tab. Just keep it in mind. I just got to make like a mental note of it. Yeah, exactly. Boys, we're coming up on the halfway point. Is it 1100 or is it 1200 chapter? It's 1200, right? He stood up to Lugano and said, invite the madame in. 1200. Okay, yeah. So we are, what, 60 chapters away? Not even 50 chapters away from being halfway? Listen, man. For how much you guys were shitting on me for fucking never gonna finish? Cringe shit. Doing pretty good. And I got another month off in June. So if you guys want, we can do like another fucking holy balls to the walls week in June. Kind of structuring it so that in June I can finish, in that week off I can finish like volume 4, volume 5, depending on where we're at. Probably volume 5. I have a month, so I should be able to get volume 4 done. And then try to finish 5 depending on how long it is, or like get through most of 5. Pretty fucking cool. With those words, Lumin stooped to pick up the distinct golden straw hat from the round table, aiming to take on Louis Barry's image more memorable. In no time, Lugano escorted the woman in. She wore a loose-fitting white dress adorned with red flowers. Port Santa's women, in contrast to the Dairy Edge region, favored glamorous, stylish attire. This lady, with long brown hair tied up in a healthy complexion, entered without a maid, her azure eyes framed by thick eyelashes. Her red lips moved, and though Lumin couldn't grasp every word, the name Louis Barry was discernible. Promptly, Lugano initiated the translation. The Madame says, Honorable Monsieur Louis Barry, I've heard of your hunt of the demon warlock, and I wonder if you are able to help my family. Lumin's gaze shifted from the bejeweled bead bracelet on the lady's wrist to her beautiful face. What's your name? Georgia, the lady replied. Madame Georgia, what would you like to entrust me with? Georgia listened attentively to Lugano's translation and spoke. An evil creature has entered my home, and I need your help in eliminating it. Lumian, though grasping the gist, awaited for Lugano's translation. When Lugano conveyed the words in Intesian, Lumian chuckled. I am sorry, I forgot to invite the beautiful lady to have a seat. The great adventurer Gehrman teaches us that manners are quite important. As Georgia took her seat, Lumian, shaking his straw hat, leaned forward. Georgia looked at Lugano and listened attentively. She pursed her lips and replied, We don't want the church to know of this. It will damage our family's reputation. So that's why you're entrusting me a foreigner. After confirming my abilities to deal with that creature, Lumian pondered. Tell me more of this creature. After a brief pause, Georgia kind of contemplated and shared. It resembles a tailless lizard. It attacked everyone in my home, killing a few maids and valets and devouring their bodies. Our bodyguards have fired upon it and injured it, but failed to kill it, as it has very strong scales. We could only chase it to the basement and lock it up. We thought it would starve to death from hunger. To our surprise, after 2 weeks it is still alive and trying to break open the door. Doesn't seem quite dangerous if you can repel it with firearms, Lumian thought. Bro, that's not... I could kill you with a firearm right now. What are you talking about? It appears this is why they aren't willing to seek the help of the church. Lumian compared the few words he understood to the contents translated by Lugano and confirmed the guide hadn't embellished or redacted anything. Were there any casualties? Among the bodyguards? No, but 2 were injured. Nothing severe. Yes, that monster made the entire room feel like it had been dragged into the deep sea, affecting normal movements. That makes me think like something of the marionette sequence, because like, you know, slowing down movements. Can't hit sequence 8 on the dome. What? What are you talking about? What? Are you saying sequence 8s can't transform into fucking smoke and ash and teleport? Excuse me, Kami? How dare you? After a series of responses, Georgia said, Monsieur Barry, we are willing to pay you 15,000 riso, but you must not publicize this. 15,000? By your description, the monster is worth at most 5. The remaining 10, I suppose, is hush money, huh? Sure thing, he said, but announced, I wish to observe the situation at the scene. Georgia stood up and listened to Lugano's translation. She wasn't surprised. Familiar with adventurers and bounty hunters, she understood the importance of assessing the situation. Now? Georgia asked. Now. Adorning his hat and making his way to the door, supplementing in Intesian, also prepare a sumptuous dinner for me and my godson and my translator, he said. Georgia, slightly taken aback, watched Lumian's departure before she could shake the feeling that the adventurer possessed a quality compared to those she had encountered before. Opening a domain expansion? What? Yeah, everyone can do that at sequence 8. 8's the cutoff. 9 is... So, human, sequence 9, domain expansion. 7 is actually kind of worthless. We don't care about 7. 6, actually, believe it or not many people know this, is the 6 eyes. 5, nothing, useless. 4, limitless. 3, garbage. 2, malevolent shrine. 1 is garbage. 0 is infinite void. Completes the entire full circle. The more you know. As Lumian stepped inside, he felt unseen eyes upon him from the circular railings on the upper floors. Indeed, a household with multiple families sharing one roof. There were quite a number of people, Lumian mused. Choosing not to look up, the concealed observers remained hidden. Georgia then summoned 2 legally armed bodyguards, leading Lumian and the entourage to the second-floor basement. As if sensing something approaching, the door slammed as if struck by a force. It's inside, Georgia pointed. Lumian, understanding without the need for translation, pressed on his hat and said, Take my godson to the living room for pre-dinner dessert. Upon hearing Lugano's translation, Georgia and the maid hastily guided Ludwig back to the surface. A bodyguard caught up to Lumian, as an expression serious, and handing him a pewter black key, a pewter black dirk. Without delay, the two bodyguards drew their revolvers, positioning themselves to take aim at the door. Lumion methodically inserted the key and unlocked the door. He tossed the key aside and pushed open the door. In an instant, the figure came into view. A humanoid lizard adorned with glistening, robust scales. Where there were no scales, smooth, sinister, snake-like skin. The monster's eyes were vertical and they glowed with a nearly transparent light. Simultaneously, Lumion felt the air around him grow dense, like shackles enveloping him. Vertical eyes, so spectator. Clearly impeding his movements. Bug, how's it going? The moisture gave the sensation of plunging into the deep sea, enduring pressure from all directions. The humanoid lizard lunged forward, and Lumion's body leaned towards the enemy as if pulled by a vortex. Yet the obvious smile on his lips persisted. Suddenly, a latent power surged within, allowing him to break free. Lumion rotated his body and swung his fist up. Hadouken! Instantly, crimson flames, nearly white, ignited from his fist, spreading to his forearm, resembling a fire serpent. The punch struck the lizard's chest and abdomen. Boom! The lizard was sent flying, scales splattering from its chest and abdomen. Lumion didn't give chase. With one hand in his pocket, he changed his right fist into a palm and pushed forward. Crimson, nearly white fireballs materialized before him, whistling into a wound on the serpent's chest. The monster disintegrated, its flesh and blood splattering. Lumion observed for a few seconds before adjusting his hat, turning around and walking out. The two bodyguards maintained their posture, still in a daze, unable to understand what had happened at all. That was it? You switched the music for that, Kami? God bless you, dude. Upon hearing the explosion, Georgia, who's on the ground, left the lounge with Lugano and approached, and saw Lumion. Have you considered the situation? It's resolved, Lumion said. Liar. Liar. And it's fast now, so I appreciate that. Comment. Thank you. Well, yeah, I guess it's the same amount of work for you, eh? You normally have to, like, copy paste it into the chat for me anyway, but you normally have to, like, message me, like, hey, thing, music change at this point, at this sentence, and then would have to ping me also when it came up, whereas now it's literally just one fucking copy paste and you're done. So actually, this actually works out better for everybody. It's less work for me and less work for you. This is awesome. Win-win across the board. But thank you, Kami, all the same. I appreciate it, buddy. With you, it's not that bad, but Easy and Dara, oh my fucking god. I appreciate you too, buddy. I appreciate you too. Fuck those guys. Nah, I'm just kidding. Easy's my guy. Love that guy. Dara, though. Ugh, don't get me started. It's fine. She doesn't watch my streams. I can say shit like this. It's fine. It's resolved. It's resolved? Georgia suspected? Is there a quick solution, or has it been resolved? She asked the translator. Lugano, with a sympathetic glance at the woman, experiencing the same emotions. How could a monster confined to a basement by ordinary bodyguards compare to Berman, he thought. Despite finding it unnecessary, Lugano respectfully conveyed George's words. Lumion removed his hat and said, "You may instruct the servants to clean to complete the basement." Oh, no, I don't think the volume and timestamps are not synced, so I'll just have to keep it myself. It's okay. What I'll try to do, Kami, is I'll try and maybe next stream I'll try to have it set up so that I can do like a voice or it's not a voice, but like a noise gate, so that if it reaches beyond a certain threshold, OBS will naturally mute it down. So I'll see if I can. Last time I tried that, the issue I was having was it was affecting my voice, but I think if I just do the noise gate just on the sound output and not input, it maybe should work. I'll try to get that set up for next time, so that you don't even have to bother with you don't have to bother with changing the volume, and I don't have to fuck around with it either way. Or you can download the Voice Master. No. Voice Master just allows you to do like individual like things, right? You're talking about music. Oh, no. Oh, that one. I have that one coming. I'm just saying like so that OBS can automatically do it, so I don't have to manually adjust it every time. So I'll try and see if I can just do it that way. No. I have that. I have that extension that you're talking about. Yeah, I think mine is called something else, though. The one I have is called Volume Master. No, actually, I think that's probably the same one. I think that's probably the same one you're referring to. Georgia's expression shifted a few times before she smiled, as expected of the renowned adventurer. I previously suspected that your hunt of the demon warlock was a rumor, but now I believe it. Your might is enough to resound through the 5 seas. I'm sorry, we haven't had time to prepare dinner. We may need you to wait a while. Better to have me wait? Who better to have me wait than a beautiful lady, Lumion replied. He followed Georgia's maid into the lounge, specially catered for Ludwig to enjoy the pre-dinner dessert. Georgia and her bodyguard descended into the basement, a sense of relief washing over them as they surveyed the room, finding no trace of the lizard. Dinner unfolded in a private chamber exclusive to Lumion, his companion, and Georgia. The lady maid attended to them. Lumion, intrigued by his surroundings, noted how expansive the mansion was. The meal was a delight for everyone. Lumion received 15,000 riso in banknotes. Georgia appeared visibly at ease. Ludwig appreciated the villa's chefs, and Lugano experienced a high-end banquet for the first time. The great adventurer, usually one to boast, joke, and while not in his monster hunting persona, lightened an atmosphere at the dining table. The pleasant ambiance continued until Lumion departed. Lugano, slightly flushed from the wine, gazed back at the home. I wonder when I'll have a house this grand. With numerous servants and chefs, and a wife like Georgia. The emphasis on the last part, isn't it? Lumion teased. Well, based on your description, I might as well have been capable of taking down that lizard too. It meant he possessed the skill to tackle a mission worth 30,000 Vril d'Or. With a few missions like that, Lugano's dream could become a reality. With guns and special bullets prepared in advance, coupled with ample combat experience, a planter is indeed capable. He avoided using Doctor to refer to Lugano, as this sequence primarily bestowed healing powers and didn't offer any improvement in combat. Lugano was delighted to hear this. However, if you did accept, the reward might only be 2,000 or 3,000, Lumion said. The rest accounts for the premium based on my reputation and the hush money for such a figure. That's why you first need to hunt down a Burman before you can accept such missions. And the smile on Lugano's face faded. If I could hunt down such a man, my dream would be fulfilled. Lumion paid no mind to the translator's emotional shifts and glanced at the villa and said the matriarch of this family didn't appear even at the end. Yet while it was understandable that the other family members hadn't shown themselves, logically speaking, as the head of the family, the matriarch should have at least expressed gratitude to the adventurer who helped them. That's right. A woman of Georgia's age shouldn't be the head of such a family, Lugano acknowledged. He refrained from bringing up the potential absence of a matriarch in the villa. In extended families like this, there was likely more than one elder woman who had given birth. If one matriarch passed away, another would resume the role. Additionally, the Earth Mother Church was renowned for its adept treatment of illnesses. The average lifespan in the Feynir Kingdom surpassed that of Intas, Lone, and Fasak. Plenty of people lived beyond 70. Go to the bar tonight. Oh, sorry. Lumion averted his gaze and took a few steps. Go to the bar tonight and inquire about Georgia's family. As he spoke, he counted out 1,000 riso for Lugano. This covers your expenses and activities during this time, including Ludwig's meal. Yes, boss. Lugano appreciated his employer's generosity. Near midnight, the doctor returned. I got the info. Georgia is the wife of Rubio Paco, a shareholder of the Port Santos Fisheries Company and a committee of the member of Fisheries Guild. The Paco family matriarch is Rubio's mother, Martha. Committee of the Fisheries Guild. What else? By the way, Martha was once a maiden of the sea. Maiden of the sea. Did you find out anything about Martha's recent situation? No. Lugano shook his head. Oh, there is something wrong with this. Okay. Lumion leaned back in his chair as if preparing to doze off. Not pressing for more information, the next day he stayed at the motel, awaiting Valerio's preparations for his ID. As evening approached, his messenger, Baneful, emerged from the void and handed him a letter. Who sent it? Lumion asked. A woman very close to death and darkness, Baneful replied. Lumion unfolded the letter and began reading. There's a gathering scheduled for 10 tonight. Oh, Hela. That makes sense. Before leaving Trier, Lumion had specifically summoned Hela's messenger and informed her of his messenger's summoning method. With his frequent travel and changes in residence, it was impractical to summon Hela's messenger each time he stayed in a motel. Each messenger was intrinsically bound to its master, through its mystical connection. The Research Society has another gathering, Lumion thought. He dismissed Banefell and moved to the window. He peered into the distance toward the mottled mountain range. Under the afterglow of the setting sun, the mountains seemed to doze in the burning sky. Silently, Lumion observed for a moment, then retrieved the silver earring lie and placed it on his left earlobe, in an instant transforming. At 10 p.m. in the ancient dilapidated palace in the nation of Evernight, Lumion masked as the Muggle emerged. Oh, this is the one I have to turn up the music, right? He spotted Franca wearing an assassin suit. Franca, no longer concealing their amicable relationship, leaned in. Port Santa didn't have the derangement outbreak, I suppose? I am not the embodiment of calamity, Lumion replied. Also, help me inquire in different teams later if there are any potions, charms, or items that can allow me to master a language quickly. Not true mastery, but the kind that allows for mastery quickly. You don't have a translator? I do, it's just that I have an idea. When everyone thinks I don't know Highlander, and I can understand what they're talking about, maybe I can get something. She glanced at him. The team most likely to have such an item is the Academy, but it's inconvenient for you to ask. It can arouse suspicion. Coincidentally, I'm heading there today anyway to see if anyone knows the owner of the ancient tombs. Many of them are considered semi-historians. If no one knows, I'll get 007 to find out. Why do you ask? Lumion said. Franca recounted how she and Jenna had obtained a new mirror fragment. You guys are too bold. Jenna has been inspired by you. As he finished speaking, he saw 007 approaching menacingly. Look at him standing there, menacingly. A bit louder? Okay, sounds good, buddy. Did you pause it? Did it get paused automatically? Because I didn't pause it. Just restart on my end? Oh, okay, that might do it. Wearing a lion headgear, 007 intercepted Franca's path, hidden blade. Thanks to you, I might be deployed on a mission right now. Huh? Deployed on a mission? But if you're gone, who do I report problems to? Oh, so you're approaching. It's a bit too loud now, for fuck's sakes. Alright, this is it. This is a fucking lot. Okay, if it's too anything now, just deal with it. 007 glanced at Muggle, standing silently. I may head to Faina Potter as an assistant to retrieve that artifact. It's Intis's loss and wouldn't be good for it to end up in the hands of the Faina Potter Kingdom. Will they allow you to enforce the law in their country? Isn't transnational cooperation troublesome? Franca thought. We're working through the process, but the Faina Potterians aren't too opposed this time. They want to eliminate the hidden dangers of the sealed artifact ASAP. They have precautions to take and can't spare too many to surround and intercept it, so may as well use us. The Church of the Earth Mother and the Faina Potter Kingdom need to be vigilant. Are they short on manpower? This made Lumion feel that the hidden dangers in the Faina Potter Kingdom were no worse than those in the other countries. Why did it stop again? What the fuck? Is that so? Franca had an idea. I have a way to ensure that you don't have to be deployed. What way? 007 asked. If you're on an important mission in Trier, you can't be employed. Important mission? We've located another mirror world fragment in the ancient tomb of the 4th epoch, in the 4th level of the catacombs. Now, we have a lead to pursue. If you report it and convey that you're conducting an investigation, they'll likely keep you. Thanks. The tomb is situated near the Crazy Mushroom Cave, its door wide open, and there are no suspicious signs. Please gather information from the catacombs about its construction date, occupants, and ancient family it belongs to. Only then can we determine why the peculiar mirror people entered and met their demise there. You are the perfect boss for me, 007 said. All you know is how to assign me missions. Do you have any idea what's happening in that cave? Mushrooms are somehow thriving in that silent, sealed place. Moreover, it seems to be the only location in the 4th level where mushrooms grow. I have some knowledge of that. Once upon a time, I was intrigued by the cave. I conducted an investigation and discovered that when the catacombs were completed, some of the ancient corpses were relocated there. Within a few weeks, it became overrun with mushrooms and sealed off. Frank. It's always Frank. It stops when it loops for me. Yeah, ditto. The crazy Beyonders have... Oh, this is so much better. Thank you, Connie. This is so much fucking better. 14 minutes. Holy piss. Not every fucking 1 minute on. Thank you. Yeah. I have it open too, so I saw it. The Beyonder powers brought by the seal's formation combined with the power of certain ancient corpses to create that cave, Lumion thought. Observing Muggle's attentive silence, 007 nodded. Franca couldn't help but chuckle. He's so polite to you. If only he knew that most of his troubles come from you. But the mirror people has nothing to do with me, Lumion chuckled. As they converse, they stroll towards the academy. Midway, Lumion turned to Franca. Do you think any member of the research society, especially those in Trier, may have been replaced? No, that's impossible. Don't scare me. Lumion fought the urge to pout, not wanting to destroy his sister's image. Why impossible? Any Trieran could have been replaced by the mirror people. Moreover, most in this society are Beyonders with a strong spirit for exploration. Their encounters with incidents are far more frequent than the ordinary. As a review committee member, you should liaise with Madame Hella and the others and observe discreetly, Lumion reminded. Understood, Franca responded. At that moment, many familiar members of Lumion's team gathered in the corner, including Professor, Associate Professor, Headmaster, Periodic Table, Bear, Griffin, and Isotope. Some wore different disguises than before, though Lumion had grown accustomed to their diverse outfits. After exchanging greetings, Lumion and Franca each took a seat. After a few minutes, Franca asked, Is anyone selling language comprehension type items? I know someone who's going overseas. I have a language comprehension charm that achieves a similar effect. Charm? Franca asked. Having been fluent in ancient Faceac for many years, she had become relatively proficient in Lowen, Highlander, and other languages of the northern continent, but she lacked knowledge of the southern continent's languages. Bear glanced at her. Yes, its essence is to provide temporarily strengthen and alter the body of heart and mind, providing understanding, reasoning, and communication. Also imparts a portion of the corresponding language's knowledge. Using one lasts 7 days. Currently, the charms are divided into 3 types. The lowest is for all Facetian languages. Creating one is the least difficult. You only need a 1,000 roll door. The middle level covers all ordinary languages. It costs 2,000, and at the highest level you can master a designated supernatural language, 5,000. Franca listened attentively, sensing a subtle expression of pity in the bear's gaze. Is he pitying me for daring to drink the witch potion back then? Without looking at Muggle, she said, 3 lowest level comprehension charms, 1 mid-level. Can I get a discount? No. Fine. Franca, lacking a talent for bargaining, habitually asked for a discount to avoid potential future regret. Nope. After Franca paid and settled on the delivery method, Professor, adorned with a black butterfly mask, surveyed the area after a moment of contemplation and spoke. Associate Professor, I and a few warlocks have been having strange dreams lately. In these dreams, there's a wilderness with many indistinct figures wandering about. Have any of you had one as well? She directed her inquiry towards the other warlocks. Wilderness, wandering figures. Could this be related to Madame's Paramita, Lumion thought? But that seemed unlikely. Why? When did you guys start having this dream? Lumion asked. Could it be an abnormality caused by the hidden sage? The two of us and some friends started having it the night of the terrifying storm in Trier last month. The sudden downpour occurred the night the hostile ritual activated. Influenced by the leaking power of the seal? Is there a high-level power of the mystery prior pathway sealed in? Or were the fallen monks of the Deep Valley Cloister related to the hidden sage? I heard something happen to the Deep Valley Cloister that night, and the Savant pathway and the mystery prior pathway are neighboring, right? Professor, associate professors, and the others turned their gaze to Muggle. They hadn't expected their companion, who had recently moved to Trier, to have such knowledge. Lehman continued, shouldn't we inquire from people of the Savant pathway to see if they had similar dreams? Good idea, Franca silently praised. Alright, guys. I think we'll end it there. I know a little short, but I think the other one is doing a stream in 20 minutes or so kind of works out. Okay, I think time-wise. Harsh, come on. With that Lexicon, it's definitely a W stream. I have one over on you forever now. You can't ever say shit to me ever again. You can't ever say washed. I'm gonna fucking roll you with that. Trailer? Fuck yeah. We'll do it at the start of next stream, Chris. I don't want to do it at the end because, like, my energy is always a little bit lower at the end than at the start. I'll do it at the start, okay? I'll make a note of myself. Someone else please remind me too. We'll do it at the start of tomorrow's stream. It's okay. All right, boys. We'll call it there. Y'all have a good night, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.